Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channeled message for the collective. The energy here this morning is quite interesting. To be honest, I don't know if it has something to do with some type of spiritual attack that's coming in my direction. I feel like it could be partly that, or the energetic of the collective is also heavy at this time, or going into that territory. So just wanted to try and clear it out a little bit here. I've done some other things before the camera started rolling, so all should be well now. It's pretty easy to kind of dissipate that type of energy when you recognize it, right? All right, let's hop in. I was drawn to one of my favorite older oracle decks. I just feel like it has something. Okay. We've got fear here. Are you dealing with a level of fear? Is someone making you feel fearful? I just feel like jihad is all about, he looks pretty scary, right? Looks pretty scary. Wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, right? The thing is, this is when fears are out of proportion to the actuality of what is. In reality, him, is only this big. And when you put that into perspective, you realize how fearful you've been and how much you really don't have to fear whatever this is. So let's keep going. Whatever this is out of proportion with what the actuality is. Okay, so Spirit's trying to say something along the lines of, I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, but I'm going to say it like it's you. If your fears are out of proportion right now about any situation in your life, Spirit's advice is to ground yourself, put down those roots, clear that energy, cut those cords, and know that you're safe. So that's number one, right? Continue to speak your truth, I want to say. And I want to say you'll know the truth also from others when you hear it. It will ring true in your ears, right? I feel like your intuition is on point when it comes to things like this. I feel like you can tell a genuine person a mile away, right? Just as much as the opposite, right? Singer of Transfiguration. I want to say this energy is going to clear out, or this fear is going to clear out very soon. Yeah, I saw it, and it's right here. Okay. This is the Soul Shrinker in reverse. Now, sometimes we ourselves are the soul shrinker, and sometimes it's someone outside of ourselves. What this soul shrinker energy is exactly what it sounds. This is someone who minimizes you, who makes you feel like who you are in your entirety is not enough. And they try to poke holes in your joy, in your happiness, in your confidence, so that they can feel bigger in some way. So I kind of get that here. So I don't know if sometimes we ourselves minimize ourselves, right? Because we feel insecure. We don't feel as confident as we should, right? But I just feel like whether this is you or someone on the outside of you, I feel like that's about to change. I feel like your confidence is coming back. I want to say in full force. I want to say you're stronger now than you've ever been. I want to say you're going to war or going to battle, but I don't know that it's with an outside source. Maybe parts of it were, but I feel like these are all these heavy things that have accumulated that maybe you've started to see a skewed perception of who you are versus who you actually are. It's time to put those fears to bed. It's time to take them out of the equation, because I feel like you've got somewhere to go. You've got somewhere to be, right? I don't want to say energetically. I want to say physically. I want to say mentally. You've got so much more that is waiting just on the outskirts of this energy. It's like, I don't want to say this is a test. I do want to say this is a moment where you are to release. Let's see. Yeah, you don't have to wear the mask of I'm okay. This is you saying I'm okay and you actually being okay, right? And the thing is, sometimes, we do that fake it till you make it type of energy, right? Especially when it comes to how we're feeling. We're like, look, this is an inside job. So when somebody says, are you okay? It's like, I don't want to explain it all. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm good. And I feel like they may know, but they're not going to dig, or not, they're not going to pry, right? For the most part. And then I feel like this is you actually getting to those pieces of self and finally sitting down and saying, okay, let's sort this out. And I feel like this is what was going on, or what is going on. I don't know if this is just past tense. I do want to say you're coming out of a shadow period. You might not have even realized you were in a shadow period. Let me just tell you how good things can happen in a shadow period, just like negative things, right? But I feel like until you step out of it, you don't realize the heavy energy that you were under the entire time that you were still doing things and celebrating them, right? That's life. I just kind of feel like you're coming out from under that heaviness, that blanket of energy that kind of weighs you down. I just feel like that's dissipating now. I feel like it's just time to get rid of it. It's just time to let it go. And I feel like you're going to do that relatively easily at this point. Yeah, Singer of Courage. Takes a little bit of courage to dive in, to see something painful twice or three times, or however many times you've had to face it, right? Sometimes it's like that with the heavier things. Yeah, look, Singer of Healing. I love it. I feel like this is fantastic energy. It may not feel like that right now, but I do feel like you're coming out from under this. Yeah, these are those moments where you adopted other people's negative views and carried them within you like a stone, right? And all the while, as you're moving through life, you're collecting more and more stones from different situations, from your own personal thoughts or fears, right? And Spirit is saying you are carrying a shoulder bag of stones. Do you want to put those down now? It's like you really don't need to bring them into the next phase. In fact, you can't take them into the next phase. It's not going to open up. That door's not going to open up to you until you drop that heavy sack and leave it at the door. It's like you don't need to take it with you. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. You've allowed certain heavy experiences to kind of take root within the self, right? And Spirit saying, you've got so much, and I keep on seeing it. It's like the outskirts of the energy. There is abundance, growth, expansion, right? There are all those things that you're pushing to kind of take on. And I feel like you may be taking bits and pieces, but Spirit saying, if you allow yourself to kind of clear out that energy, you make room for what is available to you, right? We have a certain amount of energy that we carry, right? And if we let go of lower lying things, we open it up for new energy to come in. Sometimes without us letting go, there is no room to accept the new that's available, right? So Spirit's trying to say, really take a look at how you feel about yourself. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't paint over the fact that it's like, I feel like I'm talking to someone who presents themselves one way and knows that they can become more, or that they're on their way to becoming more, but they're still kind of wearing the mask, right? That everything's fine or everything's okay. It's like Spirit saying, just take care of it. Just sit down, like see yourself in a different light, I feel like is what Spirit's trying to say. You're the Singer of Initiation. Yeah, you're getting ready to cross the threshold into something new. I want to say you're ready to accept the gifts that are for you, and they're right there. They're just like 2-3 steps away, but it's like without opening yourself up and making room, they're not available, right? You can see them. It's like I'm seeing what looks like a force field, and everything you want is just on the other side of that field there. You can touch it, and you can see it, but you can see through it. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing. That's what Spirit's showing me. It's like It's right there on the other side. And Spirit's just saying, just drop your baggage at the door. And then you can have that. It's really that simple. And I feel like it is very simple. It's like, wow, I've carried that with me. Why do I feel that way about myself? Or why do I feel that way? Why did I allow myself to believe that? It's like somebody's negative opinion. Why did I take that on as my own? It's like, that's not me. And I feel like all it is that realization. It takes just that moment to think about it and be like, you know what? No, I'm not going to let somebody else write my story. I write my story, right? You get to tell the universe and the divine who you are. They already know, right? And when you're standing in energy, even if it's this low lying, you still have these heavy like attachment thoughts on you. They can see through to who you actually are. And just know that it's just a little bit of work, right? Just a little bit. Yeah, 0 to 90, as soon as you drop them, you're moving forward. And I want to say very, very quickly, the Dark Ladies in reverse, which I like to see. This could also be negative thoughts, right? It's like you move so much faster without this heaviness on you. I feel like, okay, how do I want to explain this? Okay, words have power, right? We know that. When we speak something into existence, when we're manifesting, words have power. The words that we hold within ourselves can either be power or curse, right? Essentially, we could be cursing ourselves. And this isn't for fear. This isn't to build up fear inside you and make you worry. This is for your wisdom, for your realization. The way you talk about yourself or the way you think about yourself or the way you see yourself matters. It is, in fact, a spell. Or a way, if you don't want to, in witchcraft terms, it is, in fact, a manifestation. Okay? I want to say, if you are looking at yourself and saying, I wish I could accomplish this. I wish I could do this. I wish I was good enough for this, right? This is you minimizing yourself. You are good enough for the thing. There's just those, that wondering if you are good enough for the thing puts a block in front of you, which makes you not ready to kind of move through and become perfect for the thing, right? Your words become your blocks. Your thoughts become your blocks. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. It's time to switch up how you see yourself. And it could be very, very simple. Could take all of 5 minutes to gain access to that new space where you can move forward from 0 to 90, like Luathos the Wild, and be running that new course, right? I'm seeing something like, what's that called? Oh, it was there, and now it's not. Come on, Spirit. It's hard to think outside of the channel. Imposter syndrome, right? You could feel like, it's like you do this thing every day, but still feel like maybe you're not good enough for the people around you, or maybe you're not good enough to actually do this. Those thoughts that you're carrying become your blocks. They become what you don't want, right? So Spirit's saying, take a moment and realize that you're already doing the thing. It's like you're already there. You're already doing the thing. You're absolutely good enough. And once you realize that you are, and that you're not pretending to be, you actually are. It's like, look around yourself. This isn't all for show. This is who you are. This is who you're becoming. In whatever, way that resonates for you. I just feel like Spirit's trying to say, you are the thing. It's like the thing you want to be, the direction you want to go in. You're absolutely good enough. It's like you're already there. I hear essentially you're creating problems that don't need to be there. So it's like, check your thoughts, right? Anything else? Wow. Okay. Oh, that gnome in reverse, right? Snide comments. Things that people say, cheeky little comments, right? They're in reverse. It's like Now that you realize what's going on, there are people out there who have their moments of jealousy, and they're going to say stupid things. They're going to say things that don't resonate with you. And I feel like because you are that learning and growing soul, you'll take it on for just a moment, maybe sometimes too long. It's like, is that really me? And because you look at it from all angles, you're like, I can take this moment and maybe I can grow from it. If I am this, whatever this person is saying, maybe I could switch it, maybe I could fix it, right? And I feel like when you can't figure out how it fits or how they meant it to fit, you kind of just allow it to sit there. And I want to say, don't take it on. You don't have to take on somebody's crappy opinion. A lot of times they know it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with themselves. They want to slow you down. They want to put a wrench in your works because you're moving too fast and you're looking too good, right? So that's what's kind of coming through here. Yeah, they want to create that fear. They want you to feel broken. They want you to feel like they do, so that way you're not racing forward. Because if you're racing forward, it's like they're not doing enough, right? They're not doing enough. They're comparing themselves to you. And because they can't compete with you, they don't compare, right, on that level that you are. So they have to slow you down. And I feel like they're trying to create these fears or this injured person so they can feel okay with where they are and the work that they're not doing, basically, right? So that's what Spirit's trying to say here. It's like, yeah, stand tall in your, I love it. I love it. Stand tall in your power. We have himself. He's tuned in, tapped in, turned up. He's stable and steady in that heart space, following that soul's inner compass, tuned in, tapped in, turned up, and receiving divine information, receiving directive, right in complete alignment, wishes, hopes, and dreams, that crown of stars there, like the Empress wears. She kind of births new things into creation. This is your ability to do so. This is you being in alignment and able to create anything you want. Why? Because you're standing in your power. You're not allowing somebody's stupid words or uninvited opinions to become your reality. This is the chance, right? So Spirit's saying, step into this. This is who you actually are all the time. This is who you are. Don't allow any negative voice, whether it's yours or somebody else's, to stop you from becoming who you're meant to become. For allowing those doors to open up so you can race towards your future. I want to say you're on the precipice. You're just right there. Get honest with yourself. We have honesty. Look, sometimes we think that if we're talking too good about ourselves or we're talking ourselves up too much, that we're narcissistic. No. A lot of people want you to believe that about yourself because it's a way to get you to kind of minimize yourself very quickly. It's like, oh wait, am I? Because I know those kind hearts out there, they're like, oh no, that's not what I want to project. I don't want to project that. I don't want people to think I'm like that because, it's like nobody likes that kind of person, right? But I want to say your honesty and your truth and who you actually are energies that you have to accept and take on. And in order to do that and operate at your highest light, it's going to kind of rub some people the wrong way. It's going to create some friction, right? There will be people who will point a finger at you and say this and that. Know your truth, know who you are, and just keep moving forward, right? There will be certain people who will want to perceive you in a negative light because it feeds their narrative, right? It makes them feel like all the work that they're not doing is acceptable, right? I just feel like the lack in them, you don't have to soothe the lack in somebody else. You do have to live up to your potential and shine it out there. It doesn't make you arrogant. You're standing in your power. There's a difference. And I feel like you know that. Deep down, you know that. So Spirit's saying, don't take that on either. Don't take on the negativity in that aspect either. Let's see. Yeah, Spirit is saying, look, with every new level, there's new devils, right? That's very, very true. The Pook is about realizing that there's good in the bad and bad in the good. No matter what phase you're on, no matter where you're going, Spirit is saying you have the ability to navigate it and see the truth within the situations. Always do those self-check-ins. I feel like that's super important. Figure out if something doesn't resonate with you. If somebody says something to you, it's like they say, oh, you're so stuck up, or that person's so snobby, right? Or they're so full of themselves. And you're out here giving it your best, and you're trying to shine at your highest potential, right? And you're succeeding. You're doing really well. You don't have to stop and say, wait a second. I mean, I am shining right now. Am I arrogant? Am I full of myself? Or am I just standing in my power and my confidence that I have with the abilities that I have to create the best version out there, right? And if this person's narrative doesn't suit you, you don't have to take it with you. You can leave it right there with that person, right? I feel like there's just something a little more to be said here. I feel like Spirit's trying to prepare you because where you're going, there's going to be a great amount of success. There's going to be a great amount of forward movement. There will be those who will post up as your enemies. That's just the way it goes. When you're doing big things and you're shining, there will be a lot of people who don't like that. That is entirely their problem and not your own. Don't allow someone else to make their problems your problems, right? That's what Spirit's trying to say here. There's going to be a lot of people, though, who are going to cheer you on, who are going to support you, who are going to, really praise the things that you do and how you show up. Listen to the good, right? I feel like you make a difference for the whole. If there's one person who's standing out with this big mouth, a lot of times they talk over the others or even the crowd, right? I feel like sometimes people say things, they want to cut you, they want to slow you down, right? Listen to those who support you. I feel like that's one way to keep it moving forward. Let's see, is there anything else? I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people who are going to be a collective of people who are going to be very, very successful once you get your mind right. It's like, I hear once I get my mind right, it's all over for you bees. So it's like, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. It's like, once I get things straight in my mind and I'm standing in my power, in my alignment, it's over for you. It's like, you're not going to be able to control me. You're not going to be able to make me feel small. I feel like that's what's going on here. I'm so happy for you. I feel like, yeah. I love this energy. We've got the wild woman or the green woman. She shelters those she loves. She stands tall and proud as this tree. She's kind of like a tree here. And she protects those that she cares about. I feel like you're going to do good things out there and shelter those that you love and you care about. And it could be a big group of people as well, especially if you're heading up something. It's like you're meant to be a figurehead out there in some way. I feel like they will feel like part of something more under your energy, which I feel like is a really beautiful thing because it's going to help these little wild things grow too, by the example that you're setting. So it's beautiful energy. With this Ilby, the retriever, it's a pearl of great prize. I feel like the things that you say are important. The things that you give and you show are important. They're a gift to those who are watching. You could be up on a platform. You could just be, you could be a boss in a workplace, right? You could be head of the friend group. I don't know how that works, but it's like, whatever it is for you, I feel like you could have, like I said, an online presence where whether you show yourself up on a platform or you don't, it's like your words and your energy is important. It's a gift to those who are growing under your care. It's really beautiful. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's like you add the sun, you help others plant the seeds within themselves, and then you shower them with light so that way they can grow even more. That's how this light working stuff works, right? It's really beautiful. I want to say congratulations, because you're stepping into a fuller alignment. And it's not going to take much to get there for those of you who aren't in this yet. I feel like this is timeline energy. You could have come from that energy, and I feel like you realize the moment that it switched, right? You realize what you had to get right in your mind before you could step into this. So like I said, I don't know where you are on this timeline of energy, but you're going places. It's looking so good for the future. So good. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you want to say to this gorgeous group of collective? Yeah. Are you ready for your brand new beginning? It's just on the other side. Yeah. I love this. I love that this is in reverse. This is Fifth the Footer. These mushrooms are problems, right? And all of these problems stem from one main problem underneath. They stem from the same root. And it's never quite being able to connect with Fifth in the upright. But when you put this in reverse, it's getting to the root of whatever it is that slows you down. And once you pull it up by the roots, all of the rest of it just dissipates. All those extra problems that were stemming from that one individual thing, whatever it is, goes. And it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You can connect. You can fully, I think that's what we had in the very beginning. Yeah. You can connect. You can ground yourself. So that's what Spirit's saying. A little bit of work to do, and I want to say it's not that much. And once you get it all right in your mind, you can keep it there. It's like you know what balance feels like once you step into it. And it's very, very easy to kind of stay within the parameters of that power, right, that you're standing in, of that balance. I know we talked about that in a past reading. I think it was not so long ago, maybe a couple of readings back, about really standing in your balance and knowing what that feels like. I feel like a lot of you are just getting ready on that precipice to step into that full alignment. And once you get there, like I said, you'll know what it feels like, and you'll know what it feels like when you're kind of sliding towards the sides of those boundaries, right? Because let's face it, life can throw us, some curveballs. But I feel like once you know what it feels like to be standing in your power like this, it's kind of hard to shake it out of you. It really is. So, Indy, yeah, you're not putting anything in your life that's important to you on the back burner anymore. It's front and center. It's what it is. It's like, yeah, it's huge energy with that roar. Last card. So this roar, what it's telling me is this is a little tiny ball of energy, and it floats through the universe and it floats into our lives. But the funniest thing is it's so small. It is the biggest, most powerful energy in the universe itself. It adds so much volume to whatever's going on. So this is that focus on self. This is that becoming. And it's like all the energy is focused there right now. You might not really be into the whole relationship thing right now, not really focused there. It's like, I feel like I'm talking to those right now who resonate here with wanting to succeed in something that they're really putting all of their effort and energy into. I want to say it's all about you and the path that you want to walk right now. I feel like that's where the focus is. Do I think that love is going to trickle in as you're on your highest version of your path? Absolutely. Do I think it could be even more than one option? Absolutely, because when you're shining in your highest light, you become very, very attractive to a lot of different souls, right? We definitely have more than one vibrational match as we keep on raising higher. So I want to say that's going to be available as you move forward as well. Very spiritual energy here today. This is about you just stepping onto a new part of the path that wasn't available until you dropped some heavier energy. And now that you're zooming forward on this, I want to say it's a new platform. There's nothing up there. You have the ability to create anything you want to see. Very powerful place that Spirit is allowing you to step into. And I hear it again. It's like, once I step into my own power, it's all over for you. It's like all those people who tried to slow you down, or those negative thoughts that tried to slow you down. It's like, I'm in my power now. Nothing's going to, those things are just going to roll right off your shoulders, right? It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like that's how you'll be kind of listening to people who, have their negative opinions. I feel like you'll also be able to realize very easily that it comes from a jealous place, and you won't be second guessing yourself. I feel like you're getting to a place where that second guessing is just going to be a thing of the past, which I really love for you. I feel like you should be confident in who you are and what you have to offer. Know that you are powerful and you're worthy of whatever it is that you're going for. It's like, I feel like if you're going towards something and it's your wish, it's your dream, you're not faking it. You are it. You most definitely are it, right? So allow that energy to kind of subside. I feel like if there's any of that imposter syndrome going on here in this energy, allow that to fall to the wayside. Okay. If I have repeat myself, please forgive me. Sometimes that happens when the energy is really, really powerful. The energy that we're just stepping out of with the cards was so much. Hard to kind of channel. But I hope I got it out to you all easily enough that you can understand it. I feel like I'm kind of jumbled right now. My hands are a little shaky. Sometimes, like, when the energy gets that big, it can be not an easy channel, right? Definitely going to be a little tired today. I just heard something about retail therapy, and it's funny because that's what I was thinking. I might need a little fun, right? We've got quite a few standing up. You also might be out there doing some retail therapy. Don't go overboard, but treat yourself if you have to, if you want to, right? If you're able to. I know the economy's hard, right? We've got some standing here. So we've got a Y, an M or a W, an O, a C, and a V. First, middle, last name. We've got a couple more standing up. An O that really doesn't want to flip. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got a blank. Wow, I feel like I'm really off. You might feel a little disconnected until you take care of that energy collective. You might feel like you're a little removed from the energy. Yeah, as soon as I say that, it starts flowing back in for me. Interesting. Okay, so we've got a T, a D kind of standing up. What are you? An S and a P. All right, one more and an R. Okay, so you may find your initials in here. If you don't, but you felt the message, please trust in your intuition. You're a lot more powerful than you might imagine. All right. Yeah, I see due, and I heard you're due for it. You're due for that shine, that glow, that expansion, that forward movement. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who puts in the time, puts in the energy. I feel like you're due for that. I don't know if someone is going to help you along your path. There may be, okay, look, just as you help others along your path, there will be those who will gift you with assistance as well. You have to be open to it always, but I do feel like somebody may be helping to open a door for you once you become energetically in alignment with what you want. I just kind of get the feeling that there's someone who's going to open a bigger door for you. Then you might run a little while and someone else opens the next door. We're all kind of spider webbed together here, so you may have another soul who kind of helps you to the next platform of energy. It's like you're due for it. And I feel like I want to say angels come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. So it's like you never quite know whether your angel is going to be an earth angel walking this physicality or something that divine does, like a more spiritual angelic assistance. But I just feel like there could be a physical person who opens a door for you, or who helps you onto your next platform. And I want to say, I'm seeing that card of the collective of pixies where they're rooting you on. So I do feel like it is someone who sees your potential and wants to assist you. It's like they see what you're made of. They think you should be further than where you are, and they open that door. It's like they have that ability, right? So that could be for some as well moving forward. I don't know in what way that's going to affect you, but I do feel like, you know, it helps you get where you're going. And I feel like it's in a really beautiful, positive way. Could also bring in more money. I just saw TD and I thought the bank. So it's like, it could be bringing in more money, more opportunities for monetary success, which is beautiful. I hear deserve it, deserve it, deserve it. And I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to say is so important. You deserve it. You've worked hard for it. Now, they're opening doors. There are earth angels that are possibly going to be opening doors for you as well. Yeah, I'm seeing Luithos. So 0 to 90, straight into the future. I really love it. I hear it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I feel like your energy is, and I feel like, you know how they say all the time, it's like my energy isn't for everybody, right? And that's the truth. But I feel like you're going to a place where you're going to find your tribe, or your tribe is going to expand, or it's like, I just feel like the energy is there. It's like people really enjoy your vibe. I feel like the more and more you get out there in whatever way that is for you, I feel like more and more people are just going to jump on your bandwagon. I just feel like if this is something about being out and in front of a camera in some way, shape, or form, or being up on a platform, I do feel like there is a significant amount of growth. You may have someone who is watching you that's got some pull that wants to get you out there too. It's like they think you deserve it, right? So that might be happening for someone as well, or quite a few someones. I feel like that's going to be a little wider spread, which is amazing, because I feel like once you get out there, I feel like you're going to do great things. And I feel like it's really going to be very successful, not just for you, but the people who align themselves with you as well. It's fantastic energy. And I don't just mean in business. I feel like in friendship as well. I feel like there's something to be gained here. There's friendship, new opportunities to expand and grow. It's all around good energy. And I'm so glad we pulled through that. All right, let's hop in here, because they keep on pulling me back to the cards, and it's like it's that same repetitive push it out there energy. So it's just a really important one for who this is for. All right, what do we have for the collective? What do we have here? Wow. Wow. I want to say within a moon phase, or this particular phase of the crescent moon here, I want to say by the time you hit this energy, you might be out there and shining. I feel like it's a very quick turnover. Things are about to get very busy. You could be working with someone else. For some of you, it could be a collab. For others, I feel like it could be a friendship with this get along shirt. I just feel like you could be taking someone with you. I don't know whether it's a business opportunity, could be a family member or a sibling. I want to say a sibling maybe. I don't know. It just feels like there's great energy here. I feel like, you know, you might be meeting your person not too long after you step into alignment. It's like that might be another thing just on the outskirts of your energy. It's like you really living fully in your authenticity, and then all of a sudden everyone and everything is attracted to you. It's like you become the magnet. I want to say you are the magnet. It's gorgeous energy. I really love it. I just feel like so much good stuff is coming in for you. If you resonate here, you've got a lot of good coming. I'm really excited for you. I hope you'll tell me some of your stories of how this kind of fits in for you. Maybe you could drop it down in the comments and share it with me at a certain point. I'd love to hear it. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, become part of this Ophiuchus tribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.